Yay! It's that time of year again. Bear with me a second while we just sort some bits and pieces out here. 5 of you watching, I will get to the comments in a minute. My co-hosts for this evening are a little bit delayed. That's not a big problem. But we are just working that out right now. So anyway, yes, we are indeed... we are indeed ready for the 48 and 48 this year. We've gone a little bit basic, if I'm totally honest with you. Excuse me while I'm multitasking. That's pretty obvious from my face. It looks in pain. Right, that got a little bit done. I say we've gone basics. That'll all come crazily clear to you in a little while. Because it's not turned out to be quite as basic as we'd initially planned. I'll explain all that later. But let's have a quick look. As I say, 5 of you watching, it is 7:30 on the 7th of March in the UK. And we have, obviously, Scally Models is there. He's saying, hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Crazy's there. He's jiggling his stuff. Good there. And obviously saying howdy to everybody as well. So if you are new to this sort of thing, we're going to explain everything that you need to know. But one of my co-hosts is here in the wrong way, but that's fine. And it's Steph.
Hello,
evening, Steph.
How are you doing, Trev?
How you diddling? Okay, so I can't type this. So I'll tell you. So if you go into StreamYard, in the list of all the streams that we've got this weekend, right at the bottom is a pre-build. And that's the studio link you would have wanted to come in on. But you come in as a guest, that's fine. Not a big deal.
That's all right. I couldn't remember the login details. And I've been searching my chat for them. And I'm like,
yeah, don't worry. That was the whole purpose of this evening, was to get those little gremlins out of the way. So that's not a problem. You've got the email address, etc., and that's where you would get your login. But anyway, Blackbird is there saying hi all, and Grant S is there saying howdy, gents. Sneaking in from work in Washington State. Howdy. So Steph is with me tonight. He's going to talk to you about the auctions that we've got going on over the weekend. In some respects, a little bit quieter, and in other respects, not so quiet.
no.
We'll explain that later. So the purpose of this weekend is all about community. So we are going to join communities around the whole world, and we're going to build some models. Now, 48 and 48 implies it's a 1/48 scale model, and you're going to make it in 48 hours. However, if you're absolutely crazy, like me, you're going for a different scale. Scale isn't that important. The truly and honestly, the rule of the build is really, really simple. So when you donate kits to Models for Heroes, the only rule is it's not started. By started, I mean not painted, not glued together. That's it. It's really basic. So within this group build, that's the same rule. At the beginning of the build, as long as the kit's not started, that's fine. Now, 48 hours to build a kit. Some people go, you're crazy. Yeah, we are. But the truth of the matter is you don't have to finish. There is no super prize for finishing. It's great if you, and you'd be amazed what you can do in 48 hours. But there is no scale. There is no need to finish your build. It is all about just being involved. And this year we've got a little bit better in previous years, in that obviously we're going to stream to you for 48 hours. Well, I say 48 hours because I start tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning with the Australian guys. We're going to go through the whole weekend, and then obviously the American guys will finish in their time zone, which will be sort of Monday early morning, I believe. So it's a little bit more than 48 hours. But wherever you are in the world, if you're watching this and you think, do you know what? I'm going to grab a kit off the side and join in. The only thing you got to remember is unstarted kit, and it starts at 7:30 on the 8th of March, wherever you are in the world. Simple as that. Let me do a bit of chat, and then we'll come to Steph and have a chat with him and see if he's all ready. So we have got Rally Chef Modelling Shed saying, "Evening, everyone. Currently boxing up 2 current projects to clear the bench temporarily for the 48-hour build."
Cool.
Grant S is saying, "Good to meet you, Scaly Modellers." They're obviously talking amongst themselves. That's also cool. Crazy Loco has said, "I'm so stoked for a fun weekend." Crazy, you are going to be so stoked when we start talking about auctions. And boy, are you going to make sure your wallet is well and truly ready to be prized open. I don't think it's going to take a lot of prizing, to be honest. And he says, "At my halfway point, dropping a trailer multitasking also. Oh, you be careful if you're driving, please. Don't do anything silly." So, Steph, are you ready for this weekend?
Yes, I am. Not. Never am. This needs a good tidy before the weekend starts, so I'm going to be busy tomorrow morning. Then I've got a live show that I'm doing, and then I'm going to be busy clearing it tomorrow afternoon, along as doing other stuff as well to get ready for the auction on Sunday evening. Are we doing it at the usual time at 7:30 once everybody's finished? So people,
I believe that's what you just said. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, 7:30 Sunday evening, we will be doing the auctions. So the Aussies will start first. They will do theirs. Then we'll come along and do ours. And then the Americans will just come along and blow the whole world apart with what they've got.
We'll talk about Americans separately in a minute. Let's just remember there's a great big lump of water between us. So they are very different. And this year they have set themselves a challenge, I think would be the word. And well played they have done, honestly, so far. Yes. I would be very interested at the end of the weekend what the feedback off air will be about their decision this year and whether what they think they're going to do next year. But Jesus, if this is quiet, that's a whole different matter, right? So yeah, one of the things in which I really must shout out about is, as you can see along the screen at the bottom there, our friends at IPMS, Friends for Models for Heroes, are actually going to be running a Discord channel. Now, that Discord channel I'm not going to put up on the video here. If you want to get involved in that, it will run throughout the 48 hours. It's going to be manned by staff from the IPMS group. The rules that they have within that house is up to them. We are not asking anything from them other than to join in. So the hope is that people from around the world will go and join the Discord group and sit and make models, have a bit of a laugh and a bit of banter. And I do need to pre-warn you, we are talking about potentially ex-military people who will have their own quirky sense of humor. If there are any problems, the admins are there to assist. But please go in there with an open mind. Be good. Avoid all those subjects in which we don't want to talk about. And we just want to talk about model making, the art of model making, and the fun in which that brings. That's all. Any other bits and pieces, we can do that another time. But this weekend's all going to be about bending the plastic. So if you want that link, it is being thrown around the social media as we talk. I would advise you to join up today before the event starts. It should have been done last night, and apologies from me. I crashed last night big time at 6 o'clock and went to sleep. So I didn't manage to do what I planned to do. So we are sort of behind. But the link is there. It's on the Model Officers Facebook group. It's also posted on the Triple P's Facebook page, the Model Geeks Facebook page, Models for Heroes Facebook page, if you're in that, and it will no doubt be bouncing around other media bits and pieces. So keep an eye out for that. Please join in, because as I said, the whole point of this weekend is community. We want to drag as many people in from the community and involve them. And talking about that, what we will be doing is we'll be doing this. So we're going to be doing a sit rep, Facebook bench sit rep on the Model Officers Mess. The reason for that is because we want to see what you're doing and how you're progressing. Now, if you wish to, and it's totally up to you, if you wish to, you can create an album, a photo album within the group, if you remember, from start to finish, and post all your pictures up as you go along. But what we'll do in amongst the whole weekend is we'll throw a post up every now and again asking you just how you're getting on. And what we hope to do is in the live shows, we'll go onto the page and show everybody who's involved, what they're doing, all that. So you get a bit of a shout out. We see how you're getting on. And it just, as I say, just increases the interaction between the community as well. So, Steph,
James,
this might be a bit difficult. Have you got a live tonight?
No.
Oh, cool. Okay. Do you want to jump back out and then jump back in so you can?
StreamYard.
Okay.
Then I can jump in and I can go through the whole of the auctions. Properly.
Okay. Have you got the email account details?
But no, I don't. It's
have you not?
It's all everything is set up on my other PC because I was chatting to you and running through things like that.
Gotcha.
I'm just going back through the chats and I can't find which bloody chat has got.
It's not in the chat. It's in an email. I sent it as an email. Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Give me a sec. Right. You
okay.
carry
Well,
on.
I'm going to let you have a little fiddle with that for a minute and see how we're getting on. But we are actually joined by Scott from America. Hi, Scott. How you doing?
Hello, Scott. How the devil are you, young sir?
You might want to unmute your mic. Okay. No, not working. Oh, gremlins. You're unmuted, but the mic is not picking you up. Oh, you're muted back now. Yeah, let Scott sort out his gremlins there. That's, as I said, that was the whole point of this evening. So let me quickly head over to the chat and just see where we're at with everybody. If there's any other bits and pieces going on there that I should be aware of. Okay, I'm going to muller names throughout the weekend, so I apologise in advance. Lucas says, good evening all. Unfortunately, I have to work all weekend, so can't participate with model building, but I will follow you as I can. That's wonderful. That's fine. Just jump in the chat, see how everyone's doing, interact best you can. Work is one of those things. It does do that to you. Crazy saying there he already has her first half via a certain pod patron. Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll come to that in a minute. Gary Stuff is there. He's saying good evening all. He's in Crazy's in the yard, dropping the trailer, pick up any empty safety first. Indeed. And Crazy just reminds everybody, if you didn't know already, bid like you mean it on the auctions. So Scott, have you got a mic? Nope. Oh, the joys of live streaming. If it's gonna kick you in the ass, it will do every single time. But that's fine, not a problem.
How about now?
Yay! We certainly have. How you doing, Scott?
How you doing?
We're doing really well.
I am fine, thank you very much, young man. How the devil are you?
Good. Busy as a beaver, right?
Good.
Yeah, indeed.
I do have one question for Scott, if I may.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
What the hell are you playing about at with your bloody auction, mate?
You gotta give the people what they want, man. Now we have incredible partners. We have new people that have come online. I mean, the auctions are going to be unbelievable. But yeah, no, we just have generous partners that believe in this event and believe in what Malcolm and the organization stands for, and it's a big part of our culture at the Posse. So
yeah, indeed. I have to say to you, Steph, unfortunately, I did suggest to Scott about an hour ago or so that he dropped the ball a little bit in the fact that he's missed one state out. So yeah, Steph isn't aware actually. So we're talking between ourselves here. Sorry, guys that are watching, but Steph isn't aware that I got home from work after a long walk, and Scott sent me a message and said, "Oh, by the way, got to do this, which is all part to do with the slides and stuff, which we'll cover in a bit." So there is actually some more slides on the American auction that you might not be aware of yet, Steph. So sorry about that.
Well, at least
so while we're talking about it, that's right. Why we've got Scott. Scott, why don't you tell us what the plan is for your auction? Because it's going to be slightly different to everyone else, which you'll explain. I'll hand over to you.
Yeah, I think probably what we'll do is Darren Cook from the Model Geeks and I are meeting tonight. We'll probably talk, a little bit of strategy, but I think probably kind of try and target at least Friday and Saturday prime time. And then on Sunday, we'll see what's left. But, we want to mix it up and give everybody a chance. So we don't want to auction all the good stuff off on one day. So we'll split that up between the 3 days. But, we have over 50 items. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities for people to donate and help. And we also have some really special items. We have some kits that are signed by some, I guess you'd call them hobby celebrities that people are going to want to tune in to see that. And then we also have a couple of surprises. Even James doesn't know about this, but if we can get bids above a certain item, we've got a couple of items to sweeten the pot that are going to kind of blow people's minds. So,
right.
So let me just remind you, Scott. You remember the brief was basic. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man, it is basic. What we're doing here is we're raising money for some good people, and we're on top of that. We all get to hang out with our friends in the UK and Europe and Australia, and build models all weekend. So, I mean, how much better does it get than that?
Absolutely, that's very true. Well,
I could think of something. There's plenty of space down there.
I have to say a massive thank you to Scott, to all the guys that have sponsored all the companies. We will, of course, as every year, send a special something from us that you can forward on to them. I have spent many an hour looking at things going. And even to the point that I know, Scott, you're meant to be coming over to the UK this year, aren't you?
I'm hoping to be at Telford. Yeah.
So we're negotiating luggage space already. I do hope the wife is away this weekend because she doesn't want to see that. But so Gary's just saying he's got to run. Gary, not a problem, fella. Thanks for popping in. I will speak to you soon. Oh, he's going to do his live stream. I didn't know. Sorry, buddy. See you soon. So it's going to be a fantastic weekend. And hopefully we're going to, like I said earlier, before you joined, Scott, we've got a Discord this year that's going to be run by the Friends of Models for Heroes, the RPMS group in the UK. So hopefully people are going to drop in there and have a good chat and natter. And a little bit like you alluded to earlier, maybe there'll be some celebrities in there along the way where, people could come and do a bit of stalking. I mean, talking generally with people they listen to. Hey, that's great. For the US, Scott will be the main host along with Darren. This year we've gone a little bit different in the format, so it's an 8-hour section instead of 4. But what we're asking everybody that gets involved in the live stream, including the hosts, is try not to be on the screen for more than 4 hours at a time. That way, everybody can get in, have a good mix up of people throughout the 8 hours, and also gives Scott a bit of time to do some model making, as well as doing a bit of hosting. Same with Darren, etc. So I know you've got your team all set up. You've got some co-hosts as well, I think, all lined up. Lots of volunteers as well. I've had a few messages. So and yeah, this year I've been uber good in that I've basically said people in Australia, those that volunteered all got thrown under the bus regardless. They're going to run their section. The Americans are going to run their section, and the UK is going to be run their section. So that gives me the opportunity to run between everybody, and has saved me a great deal of work. So thank you to Steph, because he's also organised the auction as well, Darren and Scott for everything they've done as well. So yeah, it's going to be a blast. So you're at work at the moment, I think, aren't you, Scott?
Yep. I had a couple more minutes here, just jumping on in the lunch break. But yeah, what are you guys going to build? I've got a little Bespin Models 1/72 scale Hetzer.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And,
Well, we actually, I'm not sure you know this actually, but we went for a theme this year. Did you know that? Did I tell you that?
I don't think
No?
so.
Oh, okay. Well, it may have leaked to other areas of the world as well, but I didn't tell you on purpose. But this is actually my kit right here.
Oh, nice.
And here's mine.
Oh, hey.
So the UK, not everybody in the UK, because I couldn't contact everybody that was taking part, but a lot of people are actually going to be doing the same kit. So it is actually the 1/24th scale.
Yeah, that yellow box. Yeah.
Yeah, D8 500. Now, obviously, the 24th links into the year. That's why we chose that. 48 hours is going to be fun. I think it's manageable. Yeah, and we even did a very special gift to Malcolm to make sure he had one as well. So, yeah, we're going agricultural this year. So that's us. I believe, I don't want to start any rumours, but I've got a sneaky feeling the Netherlands may have found out about it and gone similar. I know exactly
an
what
agricultural nation.
I know exactly what happened. I accidentally mentioned it to Miranda and went, oh, don't tell Stefan. So she didn't. She happened to mention it and went, oh, do you know, we've never done tractors, have we?
I just finished the mini art 35th scale version of the Bulldog, and it was fabulous. I'd really like to do the 24 scale. So
yeah, it's a good kit. I mean, I've just done I think the one that Steph's doing in 1/24th, I've done that in 1/35th, and it is a nice kit. It's a nice build, and it's something very, very different. So yeah. I'm super looking forward to it, I gotta be honest. So yeah, cool. Do you know what anyone else in your guys are doing? Have they told you, or it's going to be a big reveal?
I think in the US you'll see a lot of 48 scale Tamiya armor. Those seem to be really, really popular, and probably a few 48 scale aircraft. Even though we've kind of shared the message that we're scale agnostic this year, I think you'll still see mostly 48 scale stuff. But it'll be fun to see what everybody brings to the table.
Indeed, yeah. The 1/48 scale. The reason we've not stuck with that per se is because we had a few people that said, I just can't do 1/48. Can I do something different? Mm-hmm. And it's all about joining in, so it doesn't matter. And like I said, if you don't finish it, it still doesn't matter. It's fine. Yeah. So yeah, that's why we've done that, and it's all really about the kit choice. The scale doesn't really matter too much. It's about how many parts you've got to put together and what you're going to do with it that makes the build. If that makes sense.
Well, that and overcoming the rumors that if you don't finish, Malcolm's going to come find you.
Well, yeah, it's just a bear hug, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, but from a 6'6" bear.
It is a scary bear, absolutely.
A hairy bear.
Yeah. Gonna drag you back to his little shed if you don't finish. No, Malcolm's a albeit large teddy bear. So
yeah, he is. Yeah, no, you did right. But at the end of the day, like I say, the kit choice is really what it's about. The 148 Tamiya's are very good because they pop together nice and easily. You don't really want something too delicate, i.e. not so much PE and all that sort of stuff, because as we all know, I've had my times where I've picked something with a bit of PE and had a nightmare and had to go do something else. So yeah, so just choose wisely, really, and choose a subject in which you love.
Yeah,
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
this should be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It really is going to be great. I as I just said before you come on air, I'm really looking forward to afterwards to see both you and Darren in relation to how the auction went. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that for now. But yeah.
Yeah. we have goals and plans inside of goals and plans. So yeah.
Indeed. Well, we're going to go through the slides in a little bit, just to show everybody what we've got so far. We have had some late entries, as I said earlier, or alluded to earlier. However, one thing in which we're not going to do this year, and I really must make this clear, we are not going to look at a particular sponsor. We're not going to focus on one sponsor. All the sponsors will be treated exactly the same, unlike last year. Not for any major reason. We just felt that, you know, we made a few mistakes last year and maybe we focused a little bit too much on one sponsor. And we will not be doing any extras in relation to auctions. So if anyone wants to donate, too late for now. However, if you have a business and you're model related and you want to make a donation, there is always next year. Drop me an email, or Scott or Steph or whoever, contact in which you know. Drop us an email, tell us what you want to do, and we'll put you down on the list for next year, because next year we're going to start a lot earlier. This year we really started very late, and we'll be contacting everybody well in advance, and we're going to have a little bit of a better plan ahead. Next year may have a very different feel and theme to the auction to any other year, and that is all I'm going to say. It's a plan, it's an acorn in my head, and I've got a sneaky feeling that these two will just lose their hair even more and end up looking like me. But so yeah, that's life, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there we go.
I'm going to have to pop off, you guys, but Steph, please do me a favor and give Miranda a hug from me, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Miranda? My wife is Lisa. You've got me mixed up with Stefan across in Holland.
It's just as good looking.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
take care, Scott.
We shall see you guys tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it, mate. Thank you so much again, and enjoy the rest of your day at work, and let's have a great weekend.
Take care.
Off now.
Take care, Scott. Bye.
So there we go. Thanks, Scott, for joining us. Really, really appreciate that. Obviously, that was his lunch break. I hope he's not hungry, because he's not going to have time to eat now. Have to eat on the run. Anfield Road layout in the loft says hi, James, to the panel. Indeed. Hi, how are you? And Crazy Loco's just saying, it's not too late, Scott. There's always overnight shipping.
Yep.
Yeah, there is indeed.